नामाचार्य शिवदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से गौर श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री जगन्नाथ शिवा सभी गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपिना श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड विनोदम की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। विश्वनाथ जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। यमुना की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। कलयुग नाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री दामोदर माता की जय। गौ प्रेमानंदी all associated duties Hare Krishna, all associated duties Hare Krishna, all associated duties Hare Krishna, all Mr. Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, Gaur Hari Gaur.
से रख सकते हैं ना। एक
महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। और प्रेमानंद हरि बोल। राधिका
पानी चाहिए क्या?
Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you to our Sanjeevani Argyle Bhakti Vriksha program. So thank you so much for taking out your precious time this afternoon to join us. So our next part of this program is we will chant all together one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So for those who are new, you know this particular money, this is called as Guru money, and we will chant the Panchatattva mantra there.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
How did you do it? I was watching you, you were doing the same thing. How are you going forward?
Yeah. You can use
But your finger was going on that the same again and again.
Yeah, so sometimes I keep doing it. So that doesn't make you fall asleep. Because when you do like Hare Krishna, sometimes you miss it. Just to see the Jaya.
So today we'll try to discuss based on Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, 23rd verse. So those of you who can try, please try to repeat. Yah sastra vidim utsrujya vartate kamakaratah nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na parangatim. Anyone wants to try?
यः शास्त्रविधिं उत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिम् अवाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम्.
Anyone else wants to try? Yasastra-vidim usrujya vartate kamakaratah nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na parangatim. So, word-to-word translation by Srila Prabhupada. Yaha, anyone who, Sastra Vidhim, the regulations of the scriptures, Usrujya, giving up, Vartate, remains, Kama Karatah, acting whimsically in lust, Na, never, Sa, he, Siddhim, perfection, Avapnoti, Avapnoti achieves, na never, Sukham happiness, na never, Param the supreme, Gatim means perfectional stage. So translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation: He who disregards, he who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. So anyone wants to read the purport?
As described before, the Sastra Vidhi, or the direction of the Sastra, is given to the different castes and orders of human society. Everyone is expected to follow these rules and regulations. If one does not follow them and acts whimsically according to his lust, greed, and desire, then he will never be able to perfect in his life. In other words, a man may theoretically know all these things, but if he does not apply them in his own life, then he is to be known as the lowest of mankind. In the human form of life, a living entity is expected to be sane and to follow the regulations given for elevating his life to the highest platform. But if he does not follow them, then he regards himself. But even if he follows the rules and regulations and moral principles and ultimately does not come to the stage of understanding the Supreme Lord, then all his knowledge becomes spoiled. And even if he accepts the existence of God, if he does not engage himself in the service of the Lord, his attempts are spoiled. Therefore, one should gradually raise himself to the platform of Krishna consciousness and devotional service. It is then and there that he can attain the highest perfectional stage, not otherwise.
Anyone else wants to read? Yeah, go ahead.
The word karma kartaha is very significant. A person who knowingly violates the rules acts in lust. He knows that this is forbidden, but still he acts. This is called acting whimsically. He is known that this should be done, but still he does not do it. Therefore, he is called whimsical. Such persons are desired to be destined to be condemned by the Supreme Lord. Such person cannot have the perfection which is meant for the human life. The human life is especially meant for purifying one's existence, and one who does not follow the rules and regulations cannot purify himself, nor can he attain the real stage of happiness.
Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Nitaramayam Tatapi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Prabhupada Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sarvajataham Sagaranagadahamitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Shri Shakamanisha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shubhilari Pashyata Vishutarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Bhavebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So this is one of the most important words in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is trying to, anybody remembers what we just read? What was the translation?
People who act in lust and act whimsically cannot achieve the happiness of Krishna consciousness.
Yeah. So when one acts whimsically, then it's very difficult to achieve the highest perfection of life or even the happiness. You know, normally everybody wants to practice spirituality or wants to practice religion so that, you know, he or she gets some happiness in their life. But here Krishna clearly explains that if we are not going to follow the scriptural injunctions means the things which has already been laid down by Srila Vyasadeva in all of our Puranas, and especially Mahabharata, and Bhagavad Gita is part of Mahabharata, you know, that is what we are trying to read today. And even Srimad Bhagavatam. So all these scriptures, Vyasadeva, he has given us, and he has given us a lot of things as part of these books. And when we say Vyasadeva has given, we have to also understand that Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna himself. Because when Krishna was leaving this planet, he was worried as to how the people in this age of Kali Yuga, they will be benefited. And that's why he left behind himself in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. And in this particular verse, Krishna is referring to all these kind of scriptural injunctions, So many a times we see in this material world, people follow different karma kanda procedures, to get something out of that particular vidhi or puja, whatever we do. But for a devotee, he is always looking to please Krishna. It's very simple. So bhakti, Srila Prabhupada said, it's very simple. So what's the intent of performing bhakti is to please Krishna. So if you are able to please Krishna, then everything is perfect. And how can we please Krishna? Is it that we can directly go to Krishna and start pleasing him? No, we cannot do that. We can please Krishna through his devotees. And Srimati Radharani, she is the topmost of all the devotees. So she is teaching all of us how to do bhakti, how to please Krishna. So one time all the gopis, they gathered together and started asking Srimati Radharani as to how we can please Krishna or how we can lovingly control Krishna. And Srimati Radharani took all of the gopis in seclusion and she explained all the different Ekadashis that we perform. So Ekadashi is a vrata which devotees, Vaishnavas, those who are devotees of Lord Vishnu, those who want to please Lord Vishnu, they perform this particular Ekadashi vrata. So Srimati Radharani, she is explaining about each and every Ekadashi and how by doing these Ekadashis you can control Krishna. So of course devotees, not in a material sense they want to control Krishna, just as a husband or wife, they want to control each other, or parents want to control children, or children wants to control their parents. So not in that sense, but in a loving sense, that is what Srimati Radharani, she was explaining. And Srila Prabhupada, he also brings out in this particular purport that those who understand the rules and regulations, but in spite of that, they tend to act whimsically, then they are the lowest of all the mankind. So if we want to clearly know if somebody is lowest of mankind, just ask him, what is his lifestyle, what does he do in his life. If they are whimsically acting, whimsically means, not like a madman, everybody who lives in this material world, they know how to do their job, how to take care of kids, and from that sense they do all the things perfectly. But here, specifically, Srila Prabhupada is referring to those who may be doing everything else perfectly, but they don't know how to carry out their spiritual aspect perfectly. They may not be knowing all those, either they are not knowing all the rules and regulations, or even after knowing, sometimes devotees, I know I shouldn't be doing all these things, but I will still do it. So that is like acting whimsically. And what to speak of those who even don't know. So they, again, our acharyas, they explain, anybody who is not worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Damodara, in this month of Karthik. Karthik means this month is named after Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani, as we discussed, she is the topmost of all the devotees. She is in fact the source of all love. All the love that we experience in this world, little bit, it's coming from Srimati Radharani. And even Krishna, he is experiencing that love through Srimati Radharani. So Radharani, she is so dear to Lord Krishna that in this month, Krishna has given a lot of, discounts, that even if you do this little bit, I will be pleased. So those kind of discounts. So we will get into those details. But before we get into that, so every day, or once in a while we also have a lot of problems in our lives, right? And similarly, here we see there is a sage sitting and there is a rat, right, or mouse. The mouse came to the sage and said that, everything is going on good in my life, but always I am worried about one thing, and what is that? About the cat. The cat is always worrying me, and anytime she can attack me and she can devour me. So I have come to ask for a blessing from you, that please make me cat, so that I'll be free from these kind of, unnecessarily fears that are going on in my mind. So the sage says, okay, that's fine. Now you become a cat, and after becoming the cat, the mouse became very happy and happily started going around. Hey, no more worries from cat. Let the cat come. I have now conquered my life. And happily, the cat is drinking the milk and enjoying with other friends. But what happened? A dog came and started, bothering the cat. Oh my God. And this time, the cat thought that, oh, I should have actually asked for becoming a dog. It was my mistake. Again, the cat goes to the sage and says, make me a dog. I should have asked it before, but please forgive me for my mistake. So sage says, okay, tathastu, okay, you become a dog. And then after becoming a dog, what happens? Nowadays there are also many videos, which float on internet or especially Facebook, where we see what happened. A lion or a tiger, they come and take away the dog from the cities, sometimes. So even after becoming the dog, he was not able to conquer from fear. Fear is always there, fear of losing our dear and near ones, fear of losing jobs, fear of losing our possessions, fear of losing our own self, our own body. So this time, again, the mouse thought that, let me go back, one more time. And maybe this is the final time I am reaching out to the sage. So the dog went to the sage and said, okay, this one last request, make me tiger. Because once you become tiger, then nobody can bother you. In fact, all the other living beings, or especially the animals, they will run away from tiger. So that much power he has. So the sage, out of his kindness, he says, okay, if this is what you feel is going to make you happy, okay, let you become a tiger. So the sage, he blesses him and he becomes a tiger. Now he's happily going around, but he again thought, oh, now that I am a tiger, can I eat this sage? Because now the tiger doesn't care, whom he is standing in front of. Only he cares is killing, So the thought came in the mind of the tiger, that let me start first with this sage. I can eat his flesh and I can enjoy. Now that I am in this body, I can do anything. And the sage, because he was transcendental, he could understand what's going on in the mind. And again, he curses him back, become mouse again. And again from tiger, he becomes mouse. Now somebody may be wondering, like, Prabhuji, you started very nicely with Kartik month and all, and suddenly you took us to the mouse. What this has to do in my life? So we all have to understand that Krishna, he is fulfilling all our desires. We are so happy enjoying serving Radha and Krishna, in the spiritual world. But for whatever reason, asking, I want to become this, that, finally we land up becoming a human being on this earth. And we are coming back again and again. So after becoming humans also, we want to become boss of somebody, okay, become a boss of somebody. No. I want to become boss of boss of boss. Okay, become that. No, no, I want to control the entire company, become a CEO. No, 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 I want to become governor. Oh, it was my mistake. I want to become president. Even after becoming president, we see like, two countries' presidents, the war is going on for years. Everybody wants to show that I am better than others. And this will never end. So unless we clear up our doubts, our consciousness, our mindsets, we'll keep coming back to this earth. This earth is not a good place for a gentleman. Okay? This place is meant for a mental man. Not for the mental people who are in the hospital, but mental men means those who can't understand what is their original position as a spirit soul. We are all spirit soul. We are part and parcel of Krishna. The moment we connect ourselves with Krishna, we will become happy. And the moment we disconnect from Krishna, we will become unhappy. For example, if I take out this power plug, no matter how hard I try to speak, the sound won't come as loud as what it is coming now. So, connecting to the right source, you will get the electricity. I can put an artificial switch here and I can start calling myself that this is the right switch and through this I am going to get electricity. I am going to get the electric current. Will it happen if I am just whimsically thinking? Everything will look exactly like switch and everything. But if it is not connected to the powerhouse, no matter what you do, no matter how fancy it looks, even if you make it out of gold or whatever, it will not carry any power. So same way, we also have to understand. We cannot whimsically say, I want to worship this God, that God, or I want to do it in this way, that way. Everything is very clearly given in scriptures, especially Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, Anta kalecha mameva swarna muktava kaleva. At the end of life, if you remember me alone, then you can come back to the spiritual world. Now Krishna could have said, okay, you can remember whatever you like. No. Because everything is in Krishna. From his left side came Srimati Radharani, from his right side came Balaram. From Radharani, all the goddesses of fortune, they came out later on. Even Durga Devi, everybody. And from Balaramji came all the Vishnus and all the avatars and later on everything. So, if we see in that sense, everything is coming from Krishna. So that is the understanding. Once we reach to that level, and then we know, okay, I want to please this Lord. He is the Supreme Lord. And then how to please Him? Then we can go to the topmost devotee, Srimati Radharani. So if we please her, then she can recommend and say, Krishna, please accept him. That is the beauty. And we cannot sometimes even reach out directly to Srimati Radharani. We have to reach out through devotees. Like Srila Prabhupada, who formed ISKCON. So some pure devotees will come on this planet and they will help us get connected. And then we will be recommended and we can progress further. So as we are discussing, this is a Karthik month, a lot of good things we can plan for this month. We can chant the names of the Lord, which we already did. We can worship Krishna, So those of you who have Laddu Gopal, or if you don't have, take a printout of Lord Damodar, because this is the month in which Lord Damodar pastime happened. So devotees, they worship the Bal Gopal form of Lord Damodar, who was tied to the grinding mortar by Mother Yashoda. To that picture, we should offer ghee lamps in this particular month. We should also try to practice brahmacharya, So even if we are in family life, try to control your senses. Sarvopadi vinurmuktam tat paratrena nirmalam. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu it is explained that Sarva Upadhi Vinirmukta. Get freed from all the false designations that we carry in our consciousness. I am a mother, I am a father, I am a child, or I am he and I am she and whatever not. Sarva Upadhi Vinirmukta. Or I am an employee of this company, I am in this position. We are always carried away by the false designations. So recently Ratan Tata, he left his body, right? And we know, like, even if you become the topmost, even if you have lots of companies in your control, but the day will come and you will realize that I can't control anymore. Now Ratan Tata's soul cannot come back in his next life and he can claim that I was Ratan Tata. No. Everything has to start from scratch. So that's why we have to get out of all these false material designations. Sarva Upadhi Vinurmukta. And then Rishikena Rishikesha. Rishikena means with our senses. Rishikesh. Rishikesh means Lord Sri Krishna. So serve with all your senses to Lord Krishna. Engage all your senses in serving Krishna in this month of Kartik. And we will come to know why we want to do that. Then worship Tulsi Devi, give in charity. This is the best month to give charity, because anything you do in this month, it will get multiplied by 100 times. So even if you are donating $1, it will be considered as you have donated $100. So that is what is the discount given in Kartik month. And perform austerities. Again, in Hari Bhakti Vilas, it is also said that the month of Kartik, one should daily worship Lord Damodar, sing Damodara Astakam. So if possible, try to sing yourself Damodara Astakam as a family, and take turns to offer the ghee lamps to the Lord Damodar. But if you are new to Damodara Astakam singing, then of course you can play online and you can offer the ghee lamp. That is also fine. So don't be after these. And this is what Srila Prabhupada says. Don't be after these motor cars, television, all nonsense, sporting, wine, women. Don't be after this, because simply eating sufficiently, keep yourself nicely, chant Hare Krishna, realize Krishna, and then you go back. So this is the simple philosophy. Human life is given to you for all these things, not for the first part of the description. But many people, they end up doing only the first part. So that is the pathetic situation of today's society. And there is no one to educate them. There is no one to, tell them, hey, you are doing something wrong. Everyone takes it so personally and with their puffed up false egos. Hey, why you are telling me all these things? Do you know who am I? I was so and so and I am so rich or whatever. Their ego is so strong that they cannot accept that you are, Jivara Swarupo hai, Krishna Nityadas. We are all eternal servants of Krishna. Now don't take this servant word literally, okay? Because materially, whenever we hear like I am servant, hey, I am not servant, Because servant is considered very low materially. But spiritually, even materially, if you see, sometimes people like to introduce themselves, hey, I am CEO of this company, okay? You are still employee or you are servant of that company, You don't own that company. You are just paid person to manage temporarily those things. So same way we have to understand, that Krishna, He is trying to make our lives easy by giving us a lot of benefits by doing small things. So we'll try to see what are those. In Padma Puran it is explained, of all the plants sacred, Tulsi is most dear to me. And last time also we have discussed on this slide, but I'm just repeating because there are some more devotees here who were not there last time. And of all the months, Kartik month, so there are 12 months, Kartik month is one of them, and Krishna says Kartik is most dear to me. All the places of pilgrimage, Dwarka is most dear, and of all the days, Ekadashi is most dear to me. So once in 15 days, Ekadashi comes. That's why on Ekadashi, we should try to spend more time thinking about Krishna, remembering Krishna, controlling our senses, trying to think and serve Krishna more. In the month of Kartik, again, this is the glorification found in our Puranas. So as Satyayuga is the best of the yugas, the Vedas are the best of scriptures, Ganga is the best of rivers. So Kartik is the best of month and the most dear to Lord Krishna. So whenever devotees they speak, they don't speak whimsically, okay? Though you may see all these things are being said by devotees, so they always have reference to the scriptures. Okay? So this is also given in Skanda Purana. Now let's get little deeper into what is the practical way of pleasing Krishna. So what we can do is we can put a lamp on the top of a temple. If we can do that, it will be considered like thousands of ancestors get liberated. So especially in the month of Kartik, you may see in India, a lot of people they go on, they keep the diyas on the top of the temple. This is the purpose. Now of course, if somebody doesn't have any faith, he will say this is all crap. Okay? And we don't have to argue with those people. We only can have some pity for them. Because by default we know where they are heading. Scriptures explain that if you are not performing bhakti life, or if you are not spiritual, then by default you are heading yourself to hell, whether you are living today or dying tomorrow. So, whichever ancestors, they are still waiting in Pitrulok. So such thousands of your ancestors will be liberated just by offering one lamp in this month of Kartik, by placing it on the top of the temple. Okay. Now tomorrow don't try to climb up on Kalachandi or somewhere and then devotee, hey, what are we trying to do? But if you do it with faith, definitely, it will happen. Okay.
What about the houses?
Houses, so if you have deities in the house, you can try that. But be careful. In US, all the houses are made up of wood. So don't take that risk. So only if the temple is made up of stone on the top, try to do that. Okay. In the sky, so if you offer ghee lamp with proper bhakti bhav, then what happens? One can go back to the spiritual world. Now just taking a lamp in the evening and offering it in the sky. Simple act. Okay. So Krishna is promising that you will come back to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha. Now those who assist, lighting the ghee lamps. Now often we see a big line is formed and then devotees they are offering the ghee lamps. Some people they stand there just to give the ghee lamps, just to give the water, for Achman. So any simple service, if you are doing, so Krishna explains that Vishnu Dutas will personally come to take these devotees, once they die. So that's why many devotees who know this, so we, especially in Radha Kalatanji Temple, Dallas, we see, children are often given that opportunity, stand in the line, give the ghee lamps, to others. Again, in Skanda Purana, there is a story about a rat. Now some of you may be wondering why the rat has suddenly come, again the mouse. Today we are discussing a lot of mouse stories, right? So what is going on here? So even if you become a mouse, okay? So what has happened to this rat is, now rats usually they get hungry, and sometimes they know going into the temple they will find something to eat. So this rat also went in Vrindavan in one of the temples and was trying to find something to eat. He couldn't find anything, and finally he saw some ghee lamps, and nicely lit, and that was the month of Kartik. Damodara month was going on, the same month that we are in. And this mouse, one lamp was about to get over, and this particular rat went and took the cotton part and the ghee part, started eating it. But while doing it, the rats, they have mustache, right? The mustache went nearby another lamp and it burned. And through that, he got so much pain that he started dancing. Of course, right? When you get suddenly the touch of the fire, it becomes very difficult to tolerate. So same way the mouse started jumping, and he did not realize there were a lot of diyas around. And he caught more fire, and he had to leave his body. But because all these things has happened in the month of Kartik, special human form of birth was given to this mouse. Now, do you understand how important is human form of life? It's very rare. Once you go into another species, just to come into human form, it will take long time. There are 84 lakhs different species of living beings. So, we all have to understand that. So this is just one universe, how the soul can go from one planet to another, based on what he does in the life. If he is doing a lot of bad karmas, he will go in the down direction. And if he is doing good things, good karmas, then he will go in the upper direction. But devotees, they neither care going down or up. Why? What is the reference? Why do we say devotees, they don't care going up or down, and their only goal is to go to Golok Dham, go to Krishna. And the reason is Brahma Bhuna Loka Purnavritin Arjuna Mamupite Punarjanma Dukkha Shaswata. Okay? So these two verses explains. So Brahma Bhuna Loka means, it is explained in Bhagavad Gita that it doesn't matter even if you can go up to Brahma Loka, Satya Loka, again you have to die. So there is birth and death at that level also. And that's why Brahmaji we see with white beard. Do we see Lord Krishna with white beard? Because Krishna doesn't grow beyond the age of 16. Okay? But Lord Brahma, being a living entity like all of us, he's just holding that position, and he's holding a body which will give him a long life of 311 trillion 40 billion years life. Our life is so insignificant compared to what Lord Brahma's life is. So we have to understand all these things. So that's why devotees, they are not caring to go even to Satya Loka. They just want to go back to the spiritual world. But going back to the spiritual world is not so easy. Okay? Easy in the sense, you have to have enough credits in your life to use those to go back to the spiritual world. And that's why in the month of Kartik, Krishna gives you a lot of discounts. Now, why Krishna has to give otherwise? Krishna knows that these living entities, they are so stupid. Sometimes, they will not do anything, even if I am telling them 100 times. So when we apply the 12 tilaks on the body, one of the tilak that we apply on the back side, when we say Om Damodaraya Namaha. So that is one of the mantras that we chant while applying the tilak. And of course, anybody who doesn't follow all these Kartik Vratas or doesn't take any special vow, they are called as Naradhama. Nar Adhama means the lowest of mankind. And they are, by default, they are heading to hell. So the benefits of this Kartik Vrata is it will last for 100 lifetimes. You know? So whatever you will achieve in this month, it will not last only for this life, but for hundreds of lives, just in case if you don't go back to the spiritual world. Okay?
How many breaths you do in the Kartik month?
So how many vratas we do, it is up to our capacity. So some devotees, so the best thing is what are the do's and the don'ts, right? So some of the vratas are like Nishedh vrata, means I will not do this. So let's say somebody likes to eat sweet a lot. He will say for this entire month I am not going to eat sweets. Somebody likes, similarly some other things. He will say I will not do this one thing or two things, So Nishedh Vrata, and then the positive aspect is Vidhi Vrata. Vidhi Vrata means I will chant 16 rounds if one is not chanting 16 rounds. He can take a Vrata like at least in this month of Kartik, I will chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Or somebody can say, I will sing Kunti Maharani prayers. I will sing Gopi Ki. I will try to read one chapter of Bhagavad Gita in 1 week or 1 day. So those are like positive vratas. So do's and don'ts. And so it all depends on how much we can do, based on our capacity, time. If you are a working woman, you have to do office, everything. See what, So our intent should be to please Krishna. Our intent should not be like somebody is doing one vrata, I will try to do two, and then I will say, Prabhuji, what are you doing? Oh, I am not eating this particular, okay, yeah, I am also not eating 4 items. Not like a show off. So if we do in that sense, then the whole purpose of doing vrata is lost. So vrata is done to please the Lord. Okay? To not show each other that I am better than you. Again in Chaitanya Charitamrita 4.67, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said, anyone who takes to devotional service is exalted. So even if you are sitting here, you are trying to perform this devotional service today, you are all exalted devotees as per Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whereas a non-devotee, he is always condemned and he is abominable. And therefore, in the discharge of devotional service to the Lord, there is no consideration of the status of one's family. So if somebody is rich, he may donate millions of dollars. But if, based on your financial situation, you can choose what amount is possible for you to donate. And accordingly you can donate. Okay? But it should pinch you. It shouldn't be like you have thousands of dollars and then you are giving 50 cents, right? In India, normally we see, people will go and put charana, atana, Nowadays, of course, the days have changed. Even to the beggars, if you try to give 1 rupee, they look at you, maybe you are a beggar, you take five coins, So now beggars, you have to give at least 5 rupees or 10 rupees note, something. Those days are gone, like you can give 5 paisas to the beggars. Now 5 paisa has no value. And then you can dance in front of the Lord, So maybe at the end when we sing Damodara prayers, if you have opportunity, try to dance in front of the Lord. And what will happen as a result? You will attain the Lord. So in the month of Kartik, if you are shy of other family members, close the door and dance in front of the Lord, okay? Or get up early in the morning and then do nice chanting, dancing in front of the Lord, you will attain the Lord. So by doing all these simple things in the month of Kartik, okay. Now, if somebody can get up early in the morning, they can perform Mangal Arati prayers, and before sunrise, if they can take darshan of the Lord, then what will happen? It will be considered as if they have donated 1,000 cows. Now, in today's world, first of all, we will not get proper cow in US. Okay, what to speak of donating that cow to a proper person also. One who will not slaughter her. So in the month of Kartik, these are all simple ways. Just get up early in the morning before sunrise. Take darshan of Lord Damodar and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So by doing such simple thing, you can please the Lord, and Lord will consider like, okay, I will give you the credits of donating 1,000 cows. Okay, just by doing this one simple act. So if you can do it like every day in this month of Kartik, how many cows? You can do the calculations. Okay, how many cows you donated? Okay, some more cows donated options are here. So anybody who recites even half of the shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Puranas, then Krishna says, okay, I will give the credit of donating 100 cows. Now today we all repeated at least one shloka of Bhagavad Gita. So all of you, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said you all are exalted? Because all of you donated 200 cows. Because you recited the entire shloka, not half of the shloka. Okay, so that is the benefit. So if you have Bhagavad Gita in your home, try to read 10 minutes. Just imagine how many cows you will be donating.
Any particular chapter?
Usually devotees, try to chant the 15th chapter, but Bhagavad Gita is all pure, perfect. You can read whatever you like. So hearing from Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, that is what we are doing here. Now even if I am speaking based on what I have heard from previous acharyas. I don't have otherwise any qualification to speak. So I am simply repeating, so I am also getting benefited, all of you are getting benefited. Now we cannot hear all the 18 Puranas in this life. Okay? So, but by just doing this simple act, hearing on Gita and Bhagavatam, you are getting the benefit of hearing all the 18 Puranas. So of course in this month, as I said, we can offer all these ghee lamps, and if we offer this ghee lamp, it will eradicate your 1,000 days of Brahma's life sins which you might have created in your life. Now this is not our first life that we are come in this world, though we don't remember anything of our previous lives, but doesn't matter. Krishna says, whatever sins you may have done in 1,000 days of Brahma. Now anybody knows what is 1 day of Brahma? How much is the calculation?
1 year.
1 day of Brahma is?
1 year of this month, right?
No, that is applicable to the Devi Devtas. Okay, but Brahma is not in the Swargaloka, he is in Satyaloka. So his time duration is different. So that is 4.32 billion years of earth. 12 hours of Brahma, that is his day. And same 4.32 in the night. So 8 point, mathematics. Okay, so 8.64 billion years is 1 day of Brahma. Multiply by 1,000. So 1,000 days. So in those many years, lifetimes, whatever you may have committed as a sin, so somebody should not take it in a positive, in a different way कि प्रभु जी अच्छा आज बहुत अच्छा क्लास दे रहे हैं, मजा आ रहा है. मेरे जो मैं I was worried about my sins, Now I can perform lot many and then just offer one ghee lamp in Damodar. But if we do with that mentality, then we have to deal with Krishna, okay? As I said, we don't know how many life spans or how many life we have lived, you know. So maybe even 1,000 days are very less for us, okay? That is how a devotee thinks. I have committed so many sins, even this 1,000 days of Brahma's lifespan is less for me. Okay, that's why he wants to do more and more and more and more. He doesn't want to take any risk. He doesn't want to let go this month of Kartik just like that without doing anything. So he wants to take complete benefit of this month of Kartik. There is also one story of Dhumrakesh and Satyavrat Muni. So Satyavrat Muni, he was offering ghee lamp in Vrindavan to one of the deities of Krishna. And this Dhumrakesh, he was actually son of a king. But he has so much fallen down. He had done so many sinful activities that his own father has thrown him out of his kingdom. And then one fine day he came in the month of Damodar and he saw Satyavrat Muni, offering the ghee lamp to the Lord Damodar. And he was just making his fun. So he also took a lamp and as if he was making fun of him and he was like offering. And sometimes people, they do the same thing what you are doing to irritate you, right? Irritate. So like that. But even with this simple act that he has performed, after he left his body, he attained Vaikuntha. And there is a long story. We don't have time and how he attained Vaikuntha. Okay, he didn't go directly, but he went. So some other time we can discuss. We also have different places where we can attain bhoga and we can attain liberation. But there is only one place which is Mathura. So that's why we see in the month of Kartik, if you go to Mathura, Vrindavan, you will see so many devotees. All the hotels, everything is full. You can't get even single booking or a single car. Okay? So much of rush. Why? Because in the month of Kartik, if you live in Mathura, then you will get pure devotional service of Lord Sri Krishna. So that is the benefit. Of course, in this month of Kartik also, Dhruva Maharaj, who has performed 6 months great austerity at the age of 5, and he finally could take darshan of Lord Narayan. And this happened in Madhuban. So he also performed his last month vrata in the month of Kartik, and finally he could attain darshan of Lord Vishnu. Now some other benefits is you can put some rangoli in front of your houses, that will also give you a lot of benefits in this month. Lot of festivals are there in this month. We have Bahulastami, Gopastami, Govardhan Puja, Diwali festival, and all these different wonderful festivals in this month. As I was mentioning, there are also some karma kanda benefits. So when I say karma kanda means, these will not take you to the spiritual world, okay? But if somebody is interested, they can perform. So if you draw some rangoli, outside of a temple, in this month you can attain heaven. Heaven is Swargaloka, okay? So in Swargaloka also you take birth and you die, okay? So that's why don't plan to go to Swargaloka. Some other time we can discuss. And then if somebody eats on a Brahma leaves, then his sins are eradicated and he will get the benefit of visiting 4 dhams. So 4 dham yatra, if not possible, then in this month of Kartik he can do this simple thing. Take Brahma leaves, eat on this Brahma leaves, and you will get the benefit of going to 4 dhams. Then you can offer this bhoga with bhakti bhav to the Lord in this month of Kartik, and no accidents will happen which will take away your life. And then take bath early in the morning. Okay, so just by doing that simple act, what you will get is Krishna will consider as if you are bathed in some holy river like Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri. Okay, so just by taking that bath. So when you are taking early in the morning bath, you just consider like as if I am taking bath in the holy river. You can do parikrama. So some devotees they do Govardhan parikramas, and all that is possible. So if you take one step in the temple or the dham, then it will be considered as one Ashwamedh Yajna. And if you do 100 Ashwamedh Yajna, you can become in next Indra. Okay? So if anybody is interested, this is a good job opportunity. Okay? Where you will enjoy like anything. What you enjoy in this material world is, Devi Devtas, when they look at us, they laugh at us. Though we may go in Mercedes and we may think like I have become a very big person. Just like if somebody, let's say 10 people are massaging the body of a person who is in prison. You can take any of the prisons on this earth. Any one of his thinking like that person is enjoying? No, he is in prison. What is the use of getting body massage in a prison, right? So same way, Devi Devtas, they laugh at us when we are very proud of us. And then Prithu, we all remember like Prithu Maharaj, he has performed 99 Ashwamedh Yajnas, and when he was performing the 100, Indra came in the disguise of the saint and he took away his horse, and there is a long story again. But he did not allow him to complete 100 yajnas. Because if he could have done, then he is always worried like he will take my position. And Indra may have to lose his position. Which Indra has already experienced that. With Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh, Bali Maharaj, they had all gone up to Swargaloka and they have conquered everything and they make him rank. So that's why he is very worried. So don't think like going to Swargaloka, becoming Indra, now your life is safe. No. Even they have to cry out for help. And then Krishna has to come as in different forms. Vamandev, right? So, the other thing is, devotees, as I said, they can try to control their senses, take some vows, I will not eat this or that, or, follow celibacy, give up eating. One of your favorite items, we already talked about that. Some devotees, they eat only once, either lunch or dinner. If possible, then you can try to do that. You can sleep on the floor instead of sleeping on the bed. If possible, go to some dham, and reside there during Kartik month. That is also very nice. Do Harinam Sankirtan, Harikatha. It will give us immense benefit when we perform that. Because of course it is bhakti related, right? So we have few more things, but I will not go through those slides. But I'll stop here and see if anybody has any questions or comments. If not, then we'll sing Damodara Astakam and then all of us we can offer the ghee lamps. Okay, so everybody is quiet, that is good. So everybody is going to now follow whatever we discussed, okay? Don't just put it in 1 year, let it go through the another and then घर में जाके चलो जो मन में आए करो. Yes. So what do we do in other rivers? Is that your question? So in other rivers also we can follow the things that we discussed. But in Satya Yuga and Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, people are so qualified that if you ask them to do such simple things, they will get angry. They will think I can do much better, right? Why I have to do one simple act and I will do 10,000 years of meditation. So in earlier days, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam in the 9th canto, the story is about all the different kings. You know, they lived half of their life as a king, and after that they went in the forest. And they will perform austerities and try to please the Lord. But in Kali Yuga, because we have short lives, Kalo asmin yuga manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya upadrita. Means in Kali Yuga you will have a short life, short memory. You know, people in Kali Yuga are very lazy. So that's why, you know, this becomes very marketable product. So Karthik Vrata is especially very nice for the people in Kali Yuga, because just by doing little you are getting a lot of benefits. But that doesn't mean that people in every yuga will do this. Though it is available, but they will rather perform bigger austerities. Just as even in today's world we have sannyasis in ISKCON or in other organizations. They are living much more stricter and difficult life than us. Right? So they can do that, but we all can't do it. So Krishna is also benefiting us by doing these simple things. You know, at least try to follow brahmacharya life in 1 month. Then you will have a nice, So thank
So
you.
reading Skanda 10 is good enough only for the, I mean, whole thing comes in the Skanda 10, right? So instead of reading all the Skandas from the beginning, in the
Yeah. So your question is, in Srimad Bhagavatam there are 12 cantos. 10th canto is about Sri Krishna. And is it okay to read 10th canto? Yes. You can start with that. Yeah, only the 10th one, that is what Srila Prabhupada, he wrote a book, Krishna book. And whatever he had to give, he had given in that book. So if you can read that book, that is also sufficient. But see, the thing is, just as a housewife, you may know, just by eating chapati, sabji, dal, roti is enough, right? But we keep changing the preparations. Sometimes idli dosa, sometimes this, that, different food. So similarly, devotees, they want to read more and more. They want to know more and more. So their hunger for having that knowledge is endless. Until their end of life, they want to do more and more. Like Prabhupada, when he was leaving his body, he was always translating the verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. Just imagine, he is lying on the deathbed. Now he has already perfected his life. So he was like, and then Krishna, he said. So he was not even able to open his eyes, not able to eat properly, sleep properly. But still, he, until his last breath, he wanted to serve Krishna, please Krishna. That is how devotees are. Okay, thank you. So can we start now?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, so before sunrise, at least try to get up before sunrise. So depending on your capacity, right? Some devotees can get up early at 3 o'clock, that is the best. Not possible, get up at 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5, yeah. But at least try to get up before sunrise. See, any other day also when we take bath after sunrise, it is called as Rakshas Snan, or like a demonic bath. Demons, they take bath after sunrise. So we have all the, if you are really ill or sick, if you have to take bath later, that's fine. Okay? But don't make it a habit. It's always good, get up early in the morning, just see how beautiful is the nature, how clean is your mind. It will allow you to do chanting. Very nice. Okay, so I know now we can get started with our Damodara Astakam. Okay, so those of you who are new to Damodara Astakam, they can look at the screen and try to repeat if possible. इथे माईक मध्ये टाकून दे. इकडे आणायचं तर इकडे बस. तिकडे बसायचं. So what we have to do is, so as we are singing, only few devotees they can get up, be in the line, offer the ghee lamp, come back and sit down. Now don't let your children, do it without your attention to them, okay? Because sometimes, we have seen devotees when they're offering lamps, they may touch each other, okay, with the lamp. So be very careful. The kids especially, so parents have to make sure, so that's why I don't want everybody to be standing here, you can stand in the line. Not everybody needs to stand in the line. You can see, like, if nobody is there, one family can go, come back, one family can go, come back. Okay? Hare Krishna. Yeah, just one family.
harathi vande.
Adiyeshu sadeshu bhakti-vinatma
Param deva mokshanta moksham parimvano achantano nirvambare sadavika. Idam deva punata gopalavana sada mevanasya virastanti manye. Idam deva pujam padyantanile Tam purane snigrara prasagopya. Pusham vitam bindaratnararamne manasa virastam salam lakshalade. Namo deva damodara ananta vishnu prasida prabho dukha daranimanyam.
Namo Deva Damodara Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Daranimanyam.
Kripa drishti drishtanti dinam bhatano Vihanisya mahavyam ekachidrishya.
Kripa drishti vishtati dinam vatano Kriyani shamamada Nedashidushya.
Kuveratma jogata uttayayadva Tvayamuchito bhakti vajopito cha.
Atma Javadva Mutayadva Vayamuchita Bhakti Bhajapita Cha.
Sata prema bhaktin swasame prayata Namoksha rohene damodare.
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकाम्ये प्रयच्छ नमो शीघ्रो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह.
Namaste Sudamestu Pradiptidamne Pradiyodayaya Visvachadamne.
Namaste Sudame Sudadiptidamne Pradiyodayatra Vishvasya-damne.
Namo Radhikaye Chadiyaye Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. त्वदीयाय प्रियाय नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयाय प्रियाय नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radhe.
Jai Rama, everybody chant.
Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva.
Nita Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nita Gora Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol.
Nita Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nita Gora Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. दामोदर अष्टकम की, कार्तिक मास की, गौर प्रमाण